Chapter 1 of The Turn of the Tide. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Victoria Martin. The Turn of the Tide by Eleanor H. Porter. Chapter 1. Margaret had been home 2 hours. 2 hours of breathless questions, answers, tears, and laughter. 2 hours of delighted wandering about the house and grounds. In the nursery she had seen the little woolly dog that lay on the floor just as she had left it 5 years before, and out on the veranda steps she had seen the great stone lions that had never quite faded from her memory. And always at her side had walked the sweet-faced lady of her dreams, only now the lady was very real, with eyes that smiled on one so lovingly, and lips and hands that kissed and caressed one so tenderly. "And this is home, my home?" Margaret asked in unbelieving wonder. "Yes, dear," answered Mrs. Kendall. "And you are my mother, and I am Margaret Kendall, your little girl?" "Yes." "And the little dog on the floor, that was mine, and it's been there ever since?" "Yes, ever since you left it there, long ago. I could not bear to have any one move it or touch it." "And I was lost then? Right then?" "No, dear. We traveled about for almost a year. You were 5 when I lost you." Mrs. Kendall's voice shook. Unconsciously she drew Margaret into a closer embrace. Even now she was scarcely sure that it was Margaret, this little maid who had stepped so suddenly out of the great silence that had closed about her 4 long years before. Margaret laughed softly, and nestled in the encircling arms. "I like it, this," she confided shyly. "You see, I hain't had it before. Even the dream lady didn't do this." "The dream lady?" Margaret hesitated. Her grave eyes were on her mother's face. "I suppose she was you," she said then, slowly. "I saw her nights, mostly, but she never stayed, and when I tried to catch her, she was just air, and wasn't there at all, and I did want her so bad." "Of course you did, sweetheart," choked Mrs. Kendall tremulously. "And didn't she ever stay? When was it you saw her first?" Margaret frowned. "I don't seem to know," she answered. She was thinking of what Dr. Spencer had told her, and of what she herself remembered of those 4 years of her life. "You see, first I was lost, and Bobby McGinnis found me. Anyhow, Dr. Spencer says he did, but I don't seem to remember. Things was all mixed up. There didn't seem to be anybody that wanted me. But there wouldn't anybody let me go, and they made me sew all the time on things that was big and homely. And then another man took me and made me paste up bags. Say, did you ever paste bags?" "No, dear." Mrs. Kendall shivered. "Well, you don't want to," volunteered Margaret, and to her thin little face came the look that her mother had already seen on it once or twice that afternoon, the look of a child who knows what it means to fight for life itself in the slums of a great city. "They ain't a mite nice, bags ain't, and the paste sticks horrid and smells." "Margaret, dearest, how could you bear it?" shuddered Mrs. Kendall, her eyes brimming with tears. Margaret saw the tears and understood. This tender, new-found mother of hers was grieved. She must be comforted. To the best of her ability, therefore, Margaret promptly proceeded to administer that comfort. "Pooh, 'twa'n't nothin'," she asserted stoutly. "Besides, I runned away, and then I had a tip-top place, a whole corner of Miss Whalen's kitchen, and just me and Patty and the twins to stay in it. We divvied up everythin', and some days we had heaps to eat. Truly we did, heaps. And I went to Mont Lawn 2 times, and of course there I had everythin'. Even beds with sheets, you know, and—" "Margaret, don't, dear," interrupted her mother. "I can't bear even to think of it." Margaret's eyes grew puzzled. "But that was bang up, all of it," she protested earnestly. "Why, I didn't paste bags nor sew buttons, and nobody didn't strike me for not doing 'em, neither."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?